Welcome back, everyone. San Andreas, it's such a populated and lively place, but aside from robbing liquor stores and banks and shooting people and generally just driving fast, what else is there to do? Well, we've compiled a list of the top 10 things to do in GTA 5. Have a look at the list. If you liked it or you didn't like it, jump into our Facebook page and let us know, or join the conversation on Twitter.
At number 10, San Andreas is a dangerous place, and as such, learning to use a gun is essential. A trip to the gun range is cheaper than a trip to the hospital. At number 9, living in a mansion in the Vinewood Hills, while opulent can get dull, parachuting is the perfect pick-me-up after lounging around the pool. At number 8, many business deals are conducted on the golf course among the social elite of Los Santos. It's a fantastic place to dress up like a tool and sip champagne.
You made a noise!
At number 7, tennis is the cornerstone of any Vinewood relationship, or if you're single, it's a great way to meet bored housewives.
Losers lose.
At number 6, just woke up, feeling hungover and no idea why? Revitalize yourself with a relaxing bike ride through Blaine County and feel the cool breeze brush away your pain. At number 5, getting fit in a town built on fame is essential. Why not get fit and be on TV by taking part in a triathlon?
This really is an elite sport.
Oh, come on!
At number 4, indulge your vanity and make your friends jealous by spamming your Life Invader page with pictures of yourself from your smartphone. Adding a filter is optional. At number 3, like drinking and throwing sharp objects? A game of darts at your local tavern is just the activity you need.
Whoop! Right in the bullseye.
At number 2, exploration is not only profitable, but it is also far safer than being shot at knocking over a liquor store. Scuba diving is a great way to explore the ocean floor surrounding San Andreas, and treasure in sunken ships from days gone by can make sure you've always got the latest iFruit phone. And the number 1 thing to do in GTA 5 is yoga. Perfect after a hard day of robbing banks, playing tennis, and drinking beer.
So that was the top 10 things to do in GTA 5, apart from play.
What?
Okay.
I'm
Obviously
just doing
you-
what the list told me to do.
Obviously, you're a fan of the selfies in the
Look,
game.
I do it in real life. I'm very glad that they introduced this very
Such a good
immersive
mechanic, yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
Getting.
How did you feel about the gameplay mechanics of the selfie? Like, did you feel that not including the filters was a good game design choice or a bad game?
I think it's a terrible game design choice. I also feel like it was limited because you can only go like this. And a real selfie taker, such as myself, will be able to tell you that you're supposed to be able to go above.
You
just so
can,
that
you
your eyes
can,
look bigger.
you can go above.
It's not. It's only like that far though.
No, it's like
Maybe
that
it'll be in
and
DLC
really
anyway.
down low.
Yeah.
We should talk about some of the other things in the list, also like the golf. the golf game is actually pretty damn good for like a little side activity. You can
I was
do.
actually quite surprised by the golf one when I played it. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. It's just going to be like really basic. But no, you can really, depending on, you know, the wind and stuff like that, you can really sort of do all sorts of really funky shots and things like that. But it's still really simple to play.
Yeah.
I also love that you can skip walking. Like you don't have to walk between one hole to the next to the next. You can, or you can just press button, bang, keep playing.
All right, so now it's finally time to introduce our new segment, Homegrown.
So I'm here with Ian, co-developer of Boson'x. Cool little like free-running, inspired.
Rotation runner.
Yeah. The game has a lot to do with like particle acceleration because you know the boson part and stuff. Can you tell us about like why you chose that path? Is that something that you're interested in like outside of developing life or?
Yeah, I mean I have a kind of passing interest in science and physics and that. It was actually John Kearney, my co-developer, who came up with the idea after the recent discovery of the Higgs boson, and we kind of knew we were creating a kind of a runner in a sort of a tunnel, and we had various premises that weren't really working for us, but then he put this forward and it had that kind of nice ridiculousness to it that we kind of thought was cool, so we kind of went with that, you know.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So one of the things that jumps out when I play is that some of the levels are ridiculously hard. Like, was that intentional? Like, were you trying to punish people? Like, kind of like, why did you decide to do that?
Well, it's not really to punish people. It's more to create the kind of reward of mastering it, kind of to emphasize that really. So it kind of influenced a lot by games like Super Hexagon. It's just a lot of depth in the difficulty of the game, and we kind of wanted to emulate that a bit.
So I've looked on the website, and it turns out the leaderboards for the game, which you have on there, are pretty competitive. What's kind of like the reception of the game that you've had? What do people think of it?
Reception's been pretty good. So in terms of expos, I haven't really taken it anywhere yet, except for free play. So we exhibited it at free play.
Yep.
I've sent out a lot of press release emails to various people, and we got quite a bit of exposure from that. So we won a rock, paper, shotgun.
Yep.
Got an article, got mentioned in The Guardian, Wired. But the biggest, actually, most influential exposure we've had is from YouTube. So people just doing videos on YouTube. We've had some prominent YouTubers like Nerdcubed, and one I'd never heard of before called Rage Quit, but he's got like 6 million followers. Suddenly we got all these hits to our website, and they took down our website for a few hours. But yeah, it's quite phenomenal, like YouTube. Getting all the hits from YouTube and that, so yeah.
So before the interview, you were saying you were originally from South Africa, but you moved to Melbourne. What was it, 7-8 years ago?
Yep. 2004.
What is it like developing in Australia and in Melbourne?
I'm starting to become, I think, more part of the kind of scene, I guess, and community in the last couple of years. But yeah, there's a lot of activity, a lot of independent developers in Melbourne, a lot of support groups. A lot of people you can talk about ideas with. So there's a strong community of games developers, people interested in developing games.
So can you tell me more about the development of Boson'x? So I understand it's not your full-time job to make games like this, is it?
No. So I'm a software engineer by trade, and you're often tired from work and stuff. So you normally try to grab an hour here and there when you can. So it's kind of why, I mean, it's a fairly simple game in concept, and took us about 3 years to develop it. So a lot of that was just kind of reworking ideas and stuff. But a lot of it is just that you don't have. I'm sure if I was working a full time, or both John and I working full time, would have got it done in 6 months. So yeah, it's tough, but it's definitely doable. With the job, and it's in some ways it's a lot better because you don't have these economic financial pressures. There's no pressure to release the game on a certain deadline or anything. So you can kind of have a lot more freedom. It's no big deal if it's not a success or anything. So
I guess it's all about passion when you're not actually getting paid for it, because if it succeeds or fails, you're all right, but like you still want to put everything you can put into it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, obviously, I still wanted to succeed. I mean, the iOS version is a paid game, so I still wanted to succeed. But yeah, definitely passions has to play a part if it's not your full-time thing. Yeah.
All right. Lastly, for anyone who wants to actually play Boson'x, can you tell them where you can get them?
Yeah, you can download it from our website, which is www.boson-x.com. It's also on Steam Greenlight at the moment, so appreciate any votes for that. But yeah, it's the current version is free on our website.
Thank you.